Preseason went really well. I thought our team came into the school year in pretty good shape, coming off the summer, which was great. And then we've added, a strength coach and conditioning coach that's worked with us all September on speed and agility and quickness. And I think our team's definitely in pretty good shape as we started practice this year. And then we've been practicing now. Today was day 11, so we keep getting better. I think that this year we only have 4 new players, so they're picking things up pretty quickly. And definitely beginning to gel as a team. So I'm excited about what's to come, and we've definitely been progressing pretty nicely over the last couple weeks. Yeah, we had a great, of course, a great run last year, a historical run for Benedictine women's basketball to make it to the Fab Four of the national tournament for the first time in school's history. We lose two senior starters off that team from last year. Of course, 2 great players in Jordan Kramer and Shayla Rutledge. So it's going to be tough to fill their spots, and but we're counting on some players that had good experience last year to step up into bigger roles. So we had 3 all-conference honorable mention conference players returning. Ali Taff, a senior point guard in her 5th year. We're counting on her to run the show, and she's been doing it for the last 3 years, and brings a lot of experience and is a great leader on the floor for us. We also returned all-conference honorable mention Kristen Murphy at the wing spot. She's a junior this year. She was also second team all-tournament at the national tournament. She had 2 double-doubles in 4 games for us there, and she's a player that can score all over the floor and is also a very good defender, very good rebounder, and we're counting on her to really step up and be a leader for us at both ends of the floor. And we also returned Lexi Villegas, our 3rd starter from last year that played the 4 spot. I think one of the top defenders in the conference. Just tenacious rebounder, plays hard all the time. So those 3 starters are returning, but we've also got a great young group that played a lot last year. Some of our freshmen that are stepping up last year. They're now sophomores. Loranda Thomas will be playing a little 1-2 for us. She's also a great scorer, can score from inside and out, and we'll be counting on her to step up in that role. We also, Serena Parker played a lot of minutes behind Shayla Rutledge in the post last year. Big, strong, physical post, rebounds well, can score around the basket, and really plays hard, as well as Sage Ballman, also a sophomore, played the power forward for us too, also extremely hard worker, rebounder, can score inside and out. And then we also had Haley Beard that played a lot for us last year, senior, this year, shooter, transferred from a Division I program a year ago. I think has gotten really more comfortable in the system this year and can really shoot the ball. And like you said, we've added four new players, 3 freshmen and a sophomore transfer. All of them have been picking things up really quickly, and we'll be counting on some of them to step up into some roles this year too. But I think we're going to have a lot of depth like we have in the past, and we've got a lot more experience, I guess, coming into this season. Last year we had 8 new players and only 5 healthy returning players last year, so it was definitely a different mix. But so this year, I think with the experience we're getting, they're picking things up quicker, and I think our leaders are doing a great job at setting the tone, and our new players are just jumping right in. So we're excited about this year, and we've got, like I said, I think we got to have a lot of depth, and I think we're going to be able to play similar to the way we have in the past. Lots of teams in our league are fighting to try to get to a national tournament, and that's a lot of teams' goals, and definitely one of our goals. I think again this year our team's going to have a lot of depth, which is going to help us in a long season if we can stay healthy. We also are going to have the ability to shoot the 3. Last year we led the nation in made 3s. I still think we're going to have the ability to knock down that outside shot and stretch defenses, which will be a key for us. And I also think we're going to play defense. We've kind of been known for getting after it on both ends of the floor, but I think we're going to be an aggressive defensive team again, and working hard to try to lock people up. But some differences from last year, I think this year's team also has the ability to attack the basket maybe a little bit better. So I think we're going to have more opportunities to attack the paint and set things up, whether we finish there or we're able to kick out. And I think we're also got a lot of players that can post. We've got a lot of players that can do both inside and outside, and I think that should help us also in our games. I think we finally put our league on the map as a Division I NAIA program when you have 4 teams in the top 20. We had 3 teams in the Final Four, and of course the national champion coming out of our league. So really tough league, and I expect all the teams in the league to just get better and better like they do every year. And with this year adding 2 more teams now, we're going to be playing 26 conference games. So it's going to be a grinding year. We have multiple weeks where we'll be playing 3 games in a week, which is always tiring for everyone, and we'll be starting much earlier, being on November 12th, the first conference game. So one thing about it is that all teams in our league will be doing the same thing. So we're only going to get 2 or 3 games under our belt before we start the conference schedule. So I'm sure things will be a little bit rusty and not quite as smooth early on, but I assume that all teams will be kind of in the same boat. But it's going to be a grind. There's great teams in this league, and we're going to be going on some longer trips as well this year to different places, and I think every night's going to be a battle, and like I said, every team in the league's gotten better and better, and I think as far as nationally, our league has now made a mark, so we got to go back it up this year. If whatever teams make it onto the national tournament can also represent our league really strongly.
Practice has definitely gone pretty well. We're working hard and kind of going off of what we learned last year on how hard we need to work and what we need to do to be successful as a team this year. To work hard and be intense and play hard defense, and hopefully we can get back to where we were last year. I think that all started with the standard that we set in practice, and we were able to work hard and grow closer as a team and really know what each other was doing on and off the court, and we were successful that way, and I expect us to do the same this year. This year, being a senior leader, I think it's different because in the past I had a good example set for me on who needed to bring the energy and the intensity at practice and each game, and this year I've kind of need to take that role and make it my own and become that leader that this team needs.